Hello everyone, welcome to One by One. This is where we uncover stories, strategies, and secrets behind extraordinary success. I'm your podcast host, Robert Murigi. On this podcast, we are going to relate our lives with motor vehicle. As a mechanic, I have loved cars. I have brought them near my heart, and I would want all of us to start rating something I may have learned from there, which can compare very well with the life we live each and every day. If you don't make good plans in your life will crumble. Your life will become difficult. Your life will start going to different direction. You will take different trajectory just because of making a change which was not important. And this brings us to our proverb today, which we can relate very well with what we have just talked about. And that proverb is, if it is not broken, don't fix it. What is this we are talking about? This is where we introduce changes which are unnecessary. And we have found ourselves being caught up in that kind of situations where we rush, we start changing things, we undo things which were perfectly working, which in turn affects the production, affects the efficiency, affects the workmanship, and also introduces risk to the people doing the job. Why would we want to embark on a journey that is not well calculated, that is not well thought of, that it is not well considered as a job? When we take time to think of the things that we want to do in our lives, when we take time to assess ourselves and see where we are failing before we can make any change, that could easily be related to one of the things that I have done last week here. I changed my software on this laptop. The laptop was working perfectly and it had no problem. But all of a sudden, a notification pops in there. You need to update your software. And I clicked it. The software updated and I couldn't see anything else on the laptop anymore. Where did it go? What happened? The changes which I made introduced some viruses in that system, which in turn made my system to crash. So I was now off to buy another laptop, and this time probably I'll buy an antivirus software to protect the same problem. But I introduced this problem myself. How did I introduce it? By wanting another version of the same laptop which was perfectly working. These are the things which are directly relatable to the problems that we create when we're trying to initiate change while it is not necessary. There are many things that we do that could resonate very clearly with the experience we have and the one we are sharing today. In workplaces, we have systems, we have manuals, we have job hazard analysis. These are documents which are normally well placed to show what you want to do, what you're intending to do, and how you're intending to do it. The plan is clear. The manuals, you find the manual, this is what you're looking for, how to do the wheel bearing on a Tatra truck. And this is what you need to follow. These are all the steps. What do? You bring all the tools, you put the truck where it's supposed to be, you put it nicely and safe, you make sure there are no things that you can triple on. What are we talking about? Good planning. When we try to fix something which is not broken, there is no planning. Recently, they changed the software which we used to do the job cards, and apparently they didn't want it anymore because they had a new one. And we used that new system just for like a month or two, and then now we had to completely stop that, which has now led us to start doing paperwork, which was not there before. But just because we had made an abrupt change which could not be supported properly, now it has brought the downfall, which now we have to deal with it today. These are things which can easily be related in the day-to-day life we live. If you have systems which are stable and which are working properly, it is normally not advisable to destabilize them. Instead, you would have a program on how to preserve, and to protect the systems which are only working properly, so that you can redirect the energy you have towards things that require improvement. And therefore, as we plan to carry on with our lives, sometimes it's good to stop and do reassessment of yourself and see where you have failed in the past as you move forward, so that you can simply justify the change you're about to make. Have some facts, feedback from people who have done that before. Let them share with you the things that they have changed in their lives, and it has led them to fail miserably. We would encourage each and every one of you to come to this podcast. Tell us where you have done an abrupt change which has cost you a lot of things that you are not supposed to be there. Let us live well-functioning processes, leave them as they are, so that we do not have to suffer unintended consequences. For the people who have always wanted to work with us, we know the people who have always wanted to work with us. If you want just to be encouraged or to be inspired, one-on-one is a place for you. This will also help us to have winning systems, so that you can come here and share the story with us. We are able to talk to people. They are able to learn from different examples, the things that we have failed, the things we have succeeded in. Let us do that, because that's the best thing for us to do each and every day. And as we wind up our podcast today, we would like to thank you for being with us today. You have done a good job for listening to us all to this far. It is very important, and this is my first podcast. I want to bring you more and more good examples. Let us keep the systems which are working just as they are. The things that need to be changed, do proper assessment and do analysis before you can do anything. Look for the people who can help you. Look for mentors. Look for experts if there's something you do not understand, so that you don't count losses where you are not supposed to be doing that. Please join us as we uncover the blueprints of the way we can become the best of ourselves, so that you can come here and also build your own success story. Tell us what you have done. Let us build from ground up. Let us start with the simple things. Let us start with them. That's why this is my first podcast. It has come because I have wanted to change, and this was a good change for me. To start doing this, I have had people I have always wanted to talk to, and I have a big following, physical following. I want these people to come here. Let us talk, let us share, so that they can also come here and tell us what they have learned from this podcast. May God bless you, and may He keep you safe. Thank you.